He is ass.
I think the rematch with Roach versus Gervonta can actually be more exciting than the first one. In my opinion, I've said this many times.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like, Roach is a hell of a fighter. He proved he was a hell of a fighter, so he need to get that credit. He's a hell of a fighter. I don't know who's going to win that rematch.
Gervonta Davis faced off with Lamont Roach in a tense stare-down. Tank confidently claimed Roach doesn't hit hard, showing he knows his opponent well from their previous fight. This time, Davis appeared more passionate and focused, signaling he's ready to prove himself and take control in the rematch.
I'm ready, man. I'm happy to be at this point. I feel as though the talking is over. It's time is now, so I'm ready. We've been working hard in this camp.
The upcoming rematch between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach carries high stakes emotionally and competitively. Davis felt that the previous bout's result, a draw, was unjust and believes he deserved the win. This sense of being wronged adds fuel to his motivation for the rematch. Meanwhile, Roach is training with fierce determination, aiming to prove that his power was responsible for causing Davis' knee injury in their earlier fight. This battle of wills sets the stage for a thrilling and intense encounter where both fighters are eager to assert dominance.
Lamont Roach throwing his hands fast as hell. He's in the gym preparing. I think the rematch with Roach versus Gervonta can actually be more exciting than the first one. In my opinion, I've said this many times, the actual fight itself wasn't that crazy. The crazy thing is what you've never seen before, the knee. As far as a boxing match, it was, if you look at the copy box, they didn't throw a lot of punches. It wasn't like, it wasn't really a great fight. But as far as the fight itself, the second one can't, because I think Tank is coming for blood. He's not going to pull his punches at all. I don't think he really did the first time, but I'm not sure how well he prepared or how mentally focused he was. I think you're going to get the very best Tank in a rematch, and you may just get an even better Lamont Roach, since Lamont Roach don't have to speculate if he's good enough. He fought Tank. He has more confidence now than he did before, and he felt that he was robbed. So he's going to be on one. I think the rematch is going to be far more exciting.
Tank Davis is driven by a fierce determination to silence critics and reclaim his status at the top of his division. His training regimen is rigorous, emphasizing a combination of strength, speed, and tactical improvements. Davis understands that every detail counts and is focused on correcting any weaknesses exposed in the first encounter. This relentless preparation reflects his commitment to not only win, but do so decisively, proving that he remains an elite athlete ready to adapt and overcome challenges.
Everybody really think Tank go take the L. I've been seeing it. They said it's over. They think that this time Lamont go in more confident, knowing that basically he can, really take it to Tank. Yeah, I want him to go in there confident. He's very skilled. Go in there confident, because you gonna go up against a different Tank. Like I told y'all in previous videos, he go in there confident, thinking he could walk Tank down. Don't forget, with Tank, if he can get you on that button, them lights going off, I don't care who you is. Remember how it ended up with Frank Martin? So, yeah, don't go in there thinking that you going against, like, somebody that, like Ryan Garcia, somebody that's going to fold. You're going against Gervonta Tank Davis. And I think that confidence is what's going to get Lamont dropped. Because one thing I will say, with Tank, that wasn't your best fight against Lamont, bro. I feel like you was in your head too much. You was overconfident, and you was really just, your mind was in y'all story, the lore and everything with y'all history. You ain't going there like, I'm fighting a stranger. You going there like, oh, this Lamont. This from the same camp. We from the same area. But now I think that whole situation woke him up, because you got to think, Tank not used to losing. He not used to people being against him. He not used to being the one that, like, got to step back from a situation. That's why I think he being hushed right now, because when he come this time, it ain't no talking. And that's why I think it's scary, because we never see Tank in that mode where he don't say a word. I think this gonna be a different Tank. And what's crazy is Tank used to be like that in the beginning, like when he was with Floyd. Like, I'm talking about Tank with the fade, with the waves, bro. He ain't used to be on that showboat and stuff until he got, like, a little bit more in the boxing, thing. Of course, once you with Floyd, you're going to start being flashy and doing backflips off the ring.
Roach's approach to training for the rematch is characterized by discipline and precision. His first day back in camp signals a renewed focus, with a clear objective: to emerge more prepared and refined than ever. Recognizing the magnitude of the fight, Roach is sharpening both his physical condition and technical abilities. Every punch, every defensive maneuver, and every round simulated in training aims to elevate his performance. This level of dedication shows he is ready to challenge Davis with everything he has.
Lamont Roach. in training camp, ready for one of the biggest rematches in 2025 against Gervonta Tank Davis, one of the biggest faces in boxing. What a night.
Roach's mindset going into the rematch reflects maturity and respect for his opponent. He acknowledges that while the first fight ended without a definitive winner, the margin for error is smaller now. Roach's interviews reveal his strategic thinking. He is mentally prepared to face any situation inside the ring. This grounded approach shows that Roach refuses to rely on past performances or underestimate Davis's abilities. Instead, he treats this as an entirely new challenge requiring intense focus and adaptability.
How many rematches have you fought?
0.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, it's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't get me the win. And I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter. Hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and a really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that. Don't think because of what I did, y'all think y'all can just go in there and think y'all can have the same night, you know what I'm saying, or do the same thing. He still will go upside your head and crack you, and you know what I'm saying, you might end up on the floor. Everybody not built the same. And that's what people get it messed up. He did a whole lot of things that was good in that fight. A whole lot. And I'm telling you right now, if he wasn't as good of a fighter as he was, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have steamrolled him. Don't get that misconstrued. He's still the guy he is. It's just he ran into a guy that's on the same level.
The insight from Keyshawn Davis adds an intriguing layer to the narrative. He views the fight as balanced yet unpredictable, influenced by the champion's shifting emotional state. Keyshawn implies that Gervonta's enthusiasm for boxing may not be at its peak, potentially impacting his energy and focus in the ring. Meanwhile, Lamont Roach is portrayed as a tough and skilled competitor whose drive is undiminished. This contrast between a champion possibly losing passion and an underdog with fresh motivation creates compelling tension and drama around the bout.
Version he shows up with, and no disrespect to Roach, but you know what I mean.
No, that is disrespect for the Roach, and like y'all fight fans gotta realize that is disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like he in there fighting another grown man that ain't going for none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't think Roach is gonna come with another game plan or something better or this, that, and third. So when they had a rematch, are y'all still gonna say, oh, Take's still not his full self ever since he fought whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like Roach is a hell of a fighter. He proved he was a hell of a fighter, so he need to get that credit. He's a hell of a fighter. I don't know who's gonna win that rematch. I honestly feel like Tank is losing love for the sport, or he lost the love for the sport, and he's no longer hungry anymore.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
Yet you got a guy that's just super hungry and never had no attention, now getting all his attention, and now he get around two of his attention. Is like shit, that's kind of hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Tank is he's still a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's 50-50. And to your point, we were saying, okay, he lost love of the sport.
The rivalry between these two fighters goes beyond a single fight. It has become a pivotal chapter in both their careers. Davis had built a reputation as an almost unbeatable knockout artist. However, Roach's performance challenged that image by demonstrating remarkable resilience and strategic thinking. This drew attention to the weaknesses and areas for improvement on both sides. Roach, in particular, gained confidence from matching Davis and now comes back with new insights and an enhanced training program.
Better. But they've known each other. These two have known each other for a while. Does Lamont Roach just understand a way to beat or frustrate Tank in a way that others don't? You know what I mean? Like, has he just found it, so to speak? Like, I have a lot I want to find out after that, because the first fight was so controversial. I think leaving it up to a draw is fine, whatever, even though under the letter of the law, Tank probably should have lost this fight and probably would have if they counted the knockdown when he took a knee. He blamed it on grease.
I assume he won't on his hair. And it could get greasy. Like Amanda Serrano was like, "Yo, that's
Yeah.
what fucking put me out of a fight in Puerto Rico." And then we were subjected to her beating the shit out of Stevie Morgan not that long later. So like, that's kind of what it is. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this because of the first fight. And I think you have to give Lamont Roach a real shot, even though I still would say Tank figures it out and gets it done and takes it more seriously this time.
Yeah, I think that because they're so familiar with each other, like these guys fought each other when they were kids. And then Lamont Roach comes into the ring and listen, regardless, like Lamont Roach came in there and he was confident. And I don't think a lot of people believed that he was going to be able to get it done against Tank. People thought that Tank was going to knock him out. Here's the thing though, Tank is actually super skilled. Like he doesn't throw a lot. When he does, he's extremely accurate, but he does have skill. And what he does is he reels in his fighters and he ends up landing big shots on them that end up knocking his opponent out.
The respect Lamont Roach enjoys among elite boxers and commentators underlines his legitimacy as a serious challenger. Shakur Stevenson's praise highlights Roach's all-around skill set. His timing and defense make him more than just a hard hitter. Joe Rogan's anticipation of a fierce battle confirms that this fight is more than a routine matchup. It is a high-stakes conflict fueled by personal and professional ambitions. This level of attention and analysis increases the anticipation for a fight expected to be intense and emotionally charged.
What do you think, considering you were one of the handful of people to pick Lamont Roach, giving him a tough fight? What do you see the rematch?
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
Did you think Lamont won the first fight? 154 and fight.
I asked two questions at the same time. I ain't hear shit y'all just asked.
Do you really want to move up to 154 after this fight or fight O'Connor again?
Yo, I kind of said 154. I probably was stretching it. I'm stretching 154, but I'll fight him at 147. 147, me and Conor could get it in.
Shakur, Johnny Boy Boxing and fight him. If you beat Zepeda, do you feel that that's the toughest test of your career? And they'll give you the credit if you win?
Who knows? It's a never-ending process,
For Lamont Roach, the upcoming rematch is about establishing his place in boxing history. His focus is on legacy rather than monetary rewards. The opportunity to defeat a renowned fighter like Gervonta Davis would mark a significant milestone in his career, earning respect and recognition on a global scale. This mentality drives Roach's rigorous training and strategic approach. Behind the scenes, Roach's family and training team provide valuable context about the tension between the fighters. Roach's father explains that Davis initially approached the matchup with caution, acknowledging Roach's capability to threaten his undefeated record. This wariness was not rooted in fear, but a strategic calculation to avoid underestimating an opponent who could change the fight dynamic. Despite these concerns, external pressures from the sport's business apparatus ensured the fight went ahead, setting the stage for the memorable contest and its eagerly awaited sequel.
In camp, so knowing the coaches, they knowing us, work it's both ways. It ain't just our way, coming from both sides. So, but no, was I shocked? No. I think Tank tried to tell y'all. Calvin tried to tell y'all, Burry tried to tell y'all, but they didn't want to hear it. They just so stuck on trying to force Tank to fight who they want him to fight. And it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So it just was made for a great fight. So people need to just sit back and get ready for part two.
It's gonna be epic, man. I can't wait for part two, man. Do you got anything to say to the fans? About part two, about anything that you got going on coming up, social media, anything?
No, I just say get ready, man. Put your seatbelts on, and when this thing happen, man, make sure y'all support. Come to the fight, buy the fight, and be the biggest fan, cheering whoever you're cheering for. No matter, but you're gonna see another great performance by the Reaper, man. Reaper ain't playing. He got a big bag, like you said, big 2 bag.
What do you think the difference would be, though?
You're gonna see the difference. I mean, I believe we want to fight. Nobody can tell us different. The majority of the world believe we want to fight. So you're gonna see. Both of them gonna raise their level. Both of them gonna raise their level. Both of them. So
yeah,
they're gonna make for a greater fight.
Comparisons between the Davis-Roach rivalry and historic battles like Tyson versus Holyfield add significant drama and context. Both pairs showcase the timeless story of a dominant champion confronted by a determined underdog who possesses not only skill, but also the courage and resilience to challenge the status quo.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So many people are predicting that history is repeating itself. History is repeating itself, right? We had a similar situation where we had two guys face off against one another. One guy was a massive favorite, had taken a loss, and was seen to be too small, right? And I'm talking about Evander Holyfield versus Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield was a major fight. A major fight. But Iron Mike Tyson was viewed as a destroyer, okay? He was the baddest man on the planet. He was indestructible. The fact that he lost to James Buster Douglas was an anomaly because Mike Tyson wasn't focused and he overlooked.
Holyfield's legendary ability to endure and tactically outthink Tyson serves as a powerful analogy for Roach's first fight with Davis. Where many expected a quick knockout, Roach showed an unexpected level of toughness and ring intelligence. This performance challenged the conventional narrative surrounding Davis's knockout prowess. Like Holyfield, Roach proved that mental strength and preparation can neutralize even the most feared power punchers.
He never truly hurt Lamont Roach, hit him with good, clean punches, but never got hurt. Lamont Roach ate the punches, similar to Holyfield, where we seen him get hit with some big punches from Mike Tyson, but weathered the storm. But he visibly hurt Mike Tyson more than Mike Tyson hurt him, and it was shocking. And this, because of the Holyfield-Mike Tyson situation, it makes the Lamont Roach Tank Davis fight that much bigger. Reason being is the intrigue now, because that's the most recent situation that you can compare to with high-profile fighters, right? You got a champion. Now, again, Holyfield came up. Holyfield was undisputed at cruiserweight. Lamont Roach is just the WBA champion, right? But there's similarities. There's a lot of similarities, and the question has to be asked: does Lamont Roach just have Gervonta Tank Davis's number?
Lamont Roach's goal for the rematch transcends simply winning on points. He aspires to deliver a knockout that decisively proves his superiority. This ambition is evident in his grueling training sessions where he hones every technical detail and physical attribute. Achieving such a victory over a champion of Davis's caliber would catapult Roach into elite status within the sport. His focus on leaving a lasting legacy shows a boxer driven by passion, pride, and the quest to etch his name among boxing's greats.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. I can't wait. Honestly, it's what we've been waiting for, especially after today. The media workout gave me a little boost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a little excited. I'm a little excited right now.
I know that's right. And I know you're going to be in Brooklyn, New York. So are you going to be having anybody special walk you out, or are you going to have any custom gear for this fight?
I'm gonna have the custom gear is going to be one to look out for. That's gonna be a statement right there. And yeah, I'm gonna have an artist walk me out too. I'm gonna have an artist walk me out.
Is it a rapper or a singer? Can I get
It's a
that
rapper.
much? It's a
It's a
rapper.
rapper.
Okay.
You know what? A singer will be hard though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody
Right.
came out with a singer.
Nope. It's
I
always
gotta
been a
think about
rapper.
that. I gotta think about that.
Gervonta has claimed that he will be retiring after this year, but is your plan or your agenda is to knock him out so that you send him to retirement earlier?
My initial plan is to win, but every time I fight, I'm trying to knock somebody out. So, so if that happens in the midst of it, you know, that'd be a blessing. That'd be definitely something that I work for because I work my ass off. But yeah, if he on his way out, well, why not kick his ass out?
With this fight, you are considered a major underdog. Does that give you any type of momentum or fuel to prove people wrong?
Yeah, it does in a sense, but yeah, it do for sure. I ain't gonna lie, I like to prove people wrong, and I damn sure like to prove myself right. So yeah, it definitely gives me an incentive, and like I said before, I've been here before.
Mhm.
Um, the Hector fight, they had me duck. Right now, they really got me. They really got me. So you know, it's an agenda. I got it on the agenda to upset a lot of people.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.